Hi horror fans! I'm outside Margaret Morrison Carnegie Hall, which is one of the locations from Creepshow. You probably recognize the columns from the crate section, and if you get a chance to go inside, the hall is used for some of the hall shots. The entirety of the film wasn't set here, but this is supposed to be the university where the professor is at and where the crate is stored. So it's a very cool location, and it obviously still looks quite a lot like the film. So it's well worth coming by if you're in Pittsburgh. We're going to do a few other Romero stops along the way, so I hope you'll join me and enjoy the show. And here we are at the house from the crate, which has the party scene in it. It is a private location, it's somebody's house, so I'm gonna run along, but I'll see you at the next one. And now I'm over in Braddock, Pennsylvania, which is of course where you have the Martin house. It's the two houses combined as the main bit of Martin. I forgot to say at the start of this that I'm very luckily being able to give you this tour and indeed taking this tour because of the GARF, the George A Romero Foundation. I've got another video on that, and we also mention it in Colin's interview as it's part of the bigger London Horror Movie Club podcast. So please check those out. Braddock, of course, is partly about, the story of Martin is partly about this town being a sort of area that's struggled to recover after the steel mills. I highly recommend visiting it. It is very out of the way and interesting, but it's important that people keep coming to these areas to keep revitalizing these areas. And of course you get to see this remarkable house from Martin. And here I am outside of the church from Martin, also in Braddock. So there's a lot of great locations throughout Braddock in the film, but this is obviously one that's very easily recognizable. Have a little look. And we'll be moving out of Martin and into another of George Romero's films next. I am here inside the Monroeville Mall, which of course is the centerpiece location for Dawn of the Dead. Behind me is the George Romero statue in the mall, and you probably recognize this space from the film. It's one of the probably most famous and most beloved of the Dead films, so Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead. And of course, it's very well recognizable. It's amazing to be here in this space today because they're actually going to be closing them all down and it's going to be completely totaled. So it's going to be very hard to see. It's only going to be around for another year or so. So if you do happen to be in the Pittsburgh area, try to make it to the Monroeville Mall, see the bust of George. Oops, someone else is having a look at it now, and you're fine. And I will take you to our next stop. Hey, and now I am here in Evanston, downtown. That's the bridge that's in the Crazies, and this is the main street. I'll give you a chance to look at it. It's a really fantastic location. Again, not too far from Pittsburgh, about 45 minutes away. Well worth a visit. See you at the next stop. And here I am in Evans City, which is of course home to Night of the Living Dead. It also has some Crazies things that you've already gotten to see, but here we are at the home of Night of the Living Dead. I'll show you a few other locations. Obviously there's the post office back there, and let's see where we're going next. And here I am at the Evans City Cemetery, and that is of course the famous chapel from Night of the Living Dead. This is again a really easy to access location. It's absolutely amazing, just outside of Pittsburgh. And of course, who can resist a zombie cemetery? Oh no! Okay, I couldn't help myself. One more in the cemetery. This is the actual Blair headstone from the movie. Now I promise the tour is over. I just want to thank again the GARF Museum, George A Romero Foundation. Check them out. I can't say enough. And of course, the Horror Studies.
Here comes one now.
Oh no! And of course, the Horror Studies Department at UPitt. Check it out. They're doing amazing things. It's the first proper horror studies center. So if you love horror, how are you not checking it out right now? Have a look. I'll put a link up.